Oh no.
Podcast.
Welcome back once again to the What Now podcast. I'm your host Nathan and I'm with my friend Harry.
So,
I didn't point.
you do.
I do. I'm sitting on my hands now.
We're prepping for when we do video.
Yeah. I'll point at everything.
That's what you'll do, just all the opposite.
That's my intro. It's I'm Nathan, that's Ty, and that's a coffee cup, and there's the
This is a
microphone,
table.
and the sky's up there.
So,
I hope not, we're inside.
yeah.
I'm stalling because I don't really have an intro today
No.
because I'm going to pass over to Ty now because we're doing his
Yes.
top 10 films. He did mine last week. Now it's his turn.
Yep. So, don't know how this is. So, in prep for this, I think I surprised Nathan with my picks. As I said, I'm old, so I like old. Some older movies, some really weird picks.
Well, I mean, my top was from 1955, so
That's
like.
very true. My top is not from 19. It ends in 5.
not 55.
Not a 50. So yeah, if you listened last week, you'll know me and Nathan argued a little bit about a movie,
But Scott Pilgrim.
about Scott Pilgrim, and I gave him the answer, and he is satisfied with that answer.
I'll take it. I wouldn't say I'm satisfied.
So I don't know if this is going to cause an argument. This might. If he argues with these movies, I'm going to have to question his love of film.
There might be one.
Oh wow! I think I can
That
guess.
was very ASMR. Okay, so today, guys, we're going to talk about movies.
You probably want to pick that up. Okay, so my top 10, my number 10. I said 10 a lot. God, I'm due for all that. Right, so my coming in at number 10 is a Stanley Kubrick film, one of the greatest directors of all time, from 1971, and it is A Clockwork Orange.
Yep.
Now, what can I say about A Clockwork Orange?
What are you allowed to say about Clockwork Orange?
Pretty much.
That's why I went with The Shining for my Kubrick pick.
Exactly. I picked a good Kubrick film. Yeah, no, there's not.
It's not a bad
one.
Kubrick
Not a
film.
bad one. So, A Clockwork Orange is it's set. It is in the past, but I feel like it's set in the future.
Yeah, it's
Like
kind
a
of.
dystopian where violence is actually really took over, and it follows a guy called Michael McDowell and his raving gang of lunatics. What were they called again? Did they have a name? I don't think they have a name. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, the actor's name's Michael.
It's Alex.
Actually, Alex the Large. I messed that up. So yeah, they go around doing whatever they want, pretty much, and
Some pretty.
some pretty
Horrific.
messed up stuff. Yeah. So if, like I said last week with what did I say about it? Was it Shining? If you're like
Pulp Fiction,
If
yeah.
you're sensitive, really don't watch this.
Our number 10 picks are more similar than I thought.
Yeah,
Like, actually.
I mean, solid movie.
Yes.
Really solid movie. Great on the rewatch. There's not really much I can talk about Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, if you're under 18, don't.
If you're under 18, don't watch it. If you're of a sensitive nature, don't watch it. But if you like,
Joe, don't watch it.
yeah, don't watch it. Like I said about Donnie Darko, if you like psychological thrillers, great movie. It is one of the, in my opinion, one of the greatest movies ever made. That's why it made my
It's on the list.
top 10. Exactly. Boom. Just like that. So that's, yeah. Now, so coming in at number 9 is I, Daniel Blake. It was made in 2016 and directed by Ken Loach. Now,
That was the sound of my pen falling,
that was
by the way, guys.
So, oh god, I, Daniel Blake. And this came after my boss, Janice. She hates being called my boss. My manager, Janice, said you should watch this and said to me and my mum. And it took me a while to watch it, but I did. Oh my god, it's such a good movie. You've seen
Absolutely, yeah.
it? Oh my
I know,
god.
Blake is fantastic.
Such a good movie. Like, it follows a guy called Daniel Blake, obviously. How much can I say? Like spoilers, if you've not seen it. He has a heart attack and gets signed off of work. And, and so he's not eligible to work, but the job centre see that he is eligible for work, and everyone keeps telling him he has to get ESA, which is Employment Support Allowance. But the job centre, like the it does follow a lot. I think they actually did a crap ton of research. Who wrote this did a massive amount of research into like the job centre system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, can you raise your arms above your head? Well, of course I can. Can you do this? Can you do that? And like, it actually follows the questions you get asked. But it's not. It shows you it's not what's like. Either he wants to work. You know, when he has his CVs out, he wants to work, but you know the doctors are like, no, if you work again, you're gonna have another heart attack. And then he meets a girl. I can't remember her name, but she's a single mother of two who's just moved, and she's in a similar position. And the bit that hit me the most, and when you find out the backstory of it, it gets even worse. So she has to go to a food bank, and she's starved herself for days, so her kids can eat, because that's legit life on the job centre. Now it's called Universal Credit. That's that. Yeah. So she ends up opening a tin of beans and eating it straight out of her hands. And the two women who run the food bank, they come up and like they offer her a meal. Now, you think that's scripted? It's not. The ladies in the food bank were just told they were filming a documentary, I believe it was, and she literally just did that. That's how they acted.
Which
they saw
thank
women,
goodness
they
how
saw
they acted.
women eating beans out of a tin because she was literally ready to faint.
Yeah. I think that movie, that fact really does show just how real Daniel Blake feels to watch, and how they hit the nail on the head perfectly. Yeah. And it can hurt to watch, but
yeah,
I'm glad this exists.
Oh, if you watch it, get ready because it's so fantastic. And the actual premise comes from something he writes in graffiti on the side of the job centre building. I love that because it ends with change the tune of the whole. And oh my god, if you ever listen to that tune, it is so destroying. Makes you want to hang up. But literally, he sings it with I Daniel Blake, and oh my god. Be ready, have the tissues ready. It's a really emotional moment. It's a really emotional film because it's so true. And yeah, I'm getting emotional talking about it. Moving swiftly on to. Oh wait, that's not going to help.
Oh no.
My number coming in at number 8, not helping, is Inside Out Dancing, directed by Damien O'Donnell back in 2004.
That old.
Yeah.
I didn't think that film was.
Yeah,
How old was that?
It's nearly 16 years old.
Yeah.
That's scary. You were 2.
Yes.
Going on 3.
Going on 3.
Going on 3. Yeah, scary little time thing. When I was getting married, Nathan was 13.
Yeah, I was starting high school, making bad decisions.
No, you're still second year, making bad decisions.
I can't count, apparently.
No, you can't. But yeah. So, Inside Out Dancing follows the life of Michael, who has cerebral palsy and is in a long-term residency. I'm literally reading it verbatim.
Straight off Letterboxd.
Yeah, in a long-term residency, Carrigmore Residential Home for the Disabled. And so, and his life was just boring, I'd say. Probably boring, you know. And then a guy called Rory O'Shea moves in, played by James McAvoy. Possibly one of James's best performances. Now, James McAvoy character, Rory, I can't remember exactly what he suffers from, but he can only move his head and 2 fingers on his right hand, which he uses at length in the movies, which is great. Now, he sees life as it shouldn't stop because you're disabled. So I love that. I do like that because I've dealt with disabled people in my personal life, and and as another film, be ready for the tissues, especially the ending. The first time I watched it, I burst like solid into tears.
And yeah, and that's Ty saying that, not me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the one that cried at Toy Story 2.
Yeah, I solid.
So this breaks me.
I solid burst into tears. But really, seriously, if you want to watch any movies from my list today, I weirdly, even though my number 1 is one of like my favourite movie of all time, watch these 2, I Daniel Blake and Inside Out Dancing. because they are just such greatly directed. Whoever wrote them is genius, and it's really weird. Like both the
Jeffrey Kane for Inside Out Dancing and Paul Laverty.
But yeah, if you get a chance, watch them. Yeah, if you get a chance to watch them, please do. Yeah, let's.
Is that a fun one? Please tell me we got a fun one.
Yeah, it's
Have I guessed?
violent and fun.
Back to the violence.
Coming in at number 7 is the Boondock Saints, directed by Troy Duffy back in 1999, starring Norman Reedus and Sean Patrick Flannery. I got the wrong. And Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. Oh, yes, of course, actually.
Willem Dafoe's in it. Willem Dafoe plays a gay FBI agent who's one of the best in this field. So Boondock Saints follows twin brothers Connor and Murphy Boondock. No, their second names are Boondock. Are they?
I haven't seen Boondock Saints.
I think they're from Boondock. No, their second names are Boondock, I believe. So Connor and Murphy, they're both very God-fearing men, and they decide the judicial system in America is screwed. So they decide to take care of it themselves and hunting down gang leaders in residential America. I think it's Boston. Yeah, it's Boston. It's set in Boston.
That makes sense. Like I've always presumed this movie was like Irish.
Yeah, so
Boston. Okay.
The main thing is, Irish and Russians. No, Italians and Russians are the main guys. Now, the officers investigating this, they couldn't believe this actually happened because they get away with stuff on sheer luck. Like, they look like professionals, they're really not. And there's one bit where they're both in a underground gun dealer, and they're both like loading up their stuff, and then Sean Murphy, he turns around and goes, "We should get rope." It's like, oh, totally. What do you need rope for? I'm not going to try the Irish accent. It's like, I don't know. They always have rope, so we should get it. It's that stupid film stuff. And then Murphy goes into Connor's bag, pulls out a massive knife, and goes, "Is that fresh, Rambo?" Yes. It's such a great moment. But the stuff they escape, and they actually on their hand have Aquitus and Veritas tattooed on their fingers, which is truth and justice. And in the end, Billy Connolly's in it.
Now I want to watch it. I'm sold.
Spoilers? No, I'm not going to spoil that bit.
Okay.
Yeah, Billy Connolly's in it.
That's it.
They have a shootout with him.
When you mentioned the tattoos, all I could think of was Jake and Elwood.
That's a Blues Brothers.
That's a Blues Brothers reference. Oh, that's a stump for our list.
If you want a bit of just comedy and violence, really watch the Boondock Saints. This is not arguing this much, it's weird.
I'm not arguing because I haven't seen Boondock Saints. I'm presuming it's good. This one is.
This one is good.
I know that for a fact.
So coming in at number 6 is Legend, starring Tom Hardy. Tom
Hardy again.
Directed in 2015 by Brian Helgeland, follows the story of Reggie and Ronnie Cray, the Cray twins. Now, if you come from the UK and know a little bit, you know the Cray twins. They
were in Spandau Ballet.
That's Martin Kemp. God, don't mention Martin Kemp.
That's a somehow really dumb and really clever joke at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Nah. Follows the rise to controlling London's underworld in the 1960s. Now this is all based on true stories. That's why I like this version, because Tom Hardy actually, and a couple of the producers, and I think one of the writers, went and actually met with some guys from the the Cray twins gang, should we call it, and actually got the full scoop on it. So that's what annoyed me about the Martin and Gary Kent version. So Reggie was, sorry, Ronnie. Oh yeah, Ronnie was the other. Ronnie was mentally unstable. He was paranoid schizophrenic, and also a homosexual, which in the 60s, with the reputation he had, wasn't a good thing. But that's what I loved. In the Gary Kent, in the Martin and Gary Kent one, Ronnie denied it. He hated getting called. I mean, he hates getting called gay in this film, but he imbues it. I mean, actually, in one scene, he says it as a sort of they're doing. Reggie has set up a deal with them Americans from the mafia, and Ronnie didn't like it. So he's like, let's meet them, chop them up, and send them back home. So he did everything to start that, and he actually just straight up in front of this mafia guy just went, I want a boy, like I'm a homosexual, and like that was a challenge. I was like, do something so I can kill you. But the film is fantastic. Their portrayals absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Whenever I think of this film, I do think of just how quickly you forget they're both Tom Hardy.
Yes.
He plays them both so.
Fantastically, yeah.
It's two separate performances. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And it's the closest adaptation I've seen. I've not seen Rise of the Craze or Fall of the Craze with those two guys that I don't know.
But I would 100% presume this is probably the better one.
But yes, massively, this is a great movie.
Okay.
You know a little bit about it. Yeah, even to the just straight up to the portrayal of how he murdered Jack the Hat. Like, because in the original movie, it was the gun didn't go off and he stabbed him in the eye. No, he didn't. The gun didn't go off, correct, but he stabbed him in the throat, in the chest, and the back, and then got someone to dump his body.
Yeah, this is another really, this is another violent, kind of serious film. Which is I don't know. The more we talk about it, it's funny to me knowing where this is going.
Yeah, especially coming in with Man. So yeah, if you want to watch any Cray film, watch Legend. Such a good movie. But coming in at number 5.
Is it what I think? It is what I think it is.
It is Space Jam.
No, it is like. Welcome to the jam.
From 1996, directed by Joe Petca.
What?
Taking a stand.
However you say that.
Yeah. Starring Michael Jordan and the cast of Looney Tunes.
The Looney Tunes.
I'm sorry, do I have to speak about Space Jam? Because it speaks for itself.
Yeah, if you don't know, Space Jam is a movie where some aliens want to kidnap the Looney Tunes and then they have a basketball game.
And Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, not Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, I know. And Michael Jordan helps them. If you don't know Michael Jordan, he is the GOAT.
Well, I know Michael Jordan as the guy that played basketball with the Looney Tunes.
Yes. If you don't know Michael Jordan, he played basketball for the Chicago Bulls in the 90s. Very, very famous basketball player. Has his own brand of shoes, which I own a pair of and I need to get more of.
And Macklemore wrote a song about them.
Did he?
Yeah, it's called Wings.
Oh wow. But yeah, if you haven't seen Space Jam, you're severely missing out. Yeah, so this will not be the last time we talk about Space Jam.
No, this film. I guess we were talking about Space Jam already. Yeah. This film does fascinate me in the terms. Every time I've seen it so many times, and every time I watch it, I go, nothing about this works, but everything about this I love. Yeah, you know, I don't understand Space Jam.
Literally, oh god, Pepe Le Pew.
Also,
I love the Looney Tunes.
Surprise Bill Murray at multiple points.
Yes, Bill Murray's in it. So is Larry Bird.
And Larry Bird, yes.
Larry Bird's in it, and so is that big guy.
Who's the big guy?
the big guy is Stan. That's it. D. Bradley Baker, I think. No, that's not right. Oh yeah, Danny DeVito's in it.
Yes.
He voices that. Yeah, it's from Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, the annoying guy from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I don't know his
Oh yeah,
name.
Charles Barkley's in it as well. Patrick Ewing.
Oh yeah, this is when Billy
And-
West took over with the Lynching voices.
Larry Johnson.
Anyway, yeah, we're just naming the cast of Space
Yeah.
Jam because we don't know what to say about Space Jam.
There's not a lot to say about it. If you've seen it, you've seen it. If you've not, you're missing out.
We mentioned a few times in my episode that there's a few films we'll most likely do full episodes on. We're
Yes.
100% going to do a Space Jam episode at some point.
100%.
And we should bring some guests on.
I'm not doing an Untitled Blake episode. I'll cry.
Yeah, that would hurt.
I'm not doing an Innocent Dancing episode because I'll cry.
No. And we won't do Toy Story 2.
Moving on to number 4, Emperor's New Groove.
It started so just serious.
Yeah, no.
And this one, David Spade's a llama.
David Spade. Hey! It was directed in 2000, so that's turns 20 this year. Doesn't seem it.
Crazy.
I think John Goodman's in it.
How is this John Goodman, isn't it?
John Goodman. It was directed by Mark Dindal.
I genuinely can't believe this movie's older than me.
So David Spade
My favourite person.
plays an emperor. David Spade, if you're listening to this, we want to come to Spade Mansion and do a podcast with you.
I want to sit on the couch where the guy tried to stab you.
I thought it was a girl.
No, it was his assistant.
I thought it was a girl.
He tried to just, yeah.
This is a bit sexist.
I want to sit in it.
I want to talk about Chris Farley.
I also want to do that, but most importantly, the couch where the guy
And I
tried
want
to
to talk
stab you.
about grown-ups. Because I like grown-ups. David Spade plays an emperor called Emperor Cusco. Who is then turned into a llama by his assistant. Wow. David Spade's assistant tries to stab him, and oh wait, that's 2 assistants that are trying to kill him.
Is that what this is based on?
Oh,
Just picturing.
oh maybe.
I'm just picturing the guys at Disney going, David Spade's assistant tried to kill him. Yeah.
You should do that.
Can we make a movie about
We can do
that
that.
for kids?
Who is Yzma, played by Eartha
The
Kitt.
brilliant Eartha Kitt, who, if you don't
The
know,
original Catwoman.
was Catwoman for a while in the 60s and sung the original Santa Baby.
And was in the Catwoman movie with Halle Berry, but we don't
Oh,
talk about that.
that was a fun little cameo.
And then he is also stars John Goodman as Patcher.
That's John Goodman wearing a hat.
As John Goodman in a hat. And also, I never remember this actor's name. He's been in so many movies, so many voice actors.
Do you mean Patrick Warburton?
Yes, Patrick Warburton as Yzma's assistant, Kronk, who got his own spin-off, which is there.
It's one of the better straight-to-DVD
Yeah,
sequels,
sure.
but that's not saying much.
Yeah, pretty much it follows. Yzma fails to kill Cusco, he turns into a llama. A talking llama. How do you llama face?
Look at how dumb this film is to let you try and explain it. He's a llama.
How did you hear before us? Kronk? Honestly, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, if you haven't seen this, like Space Jam, you're missing out. It's a great movie.
Another one we're very likely to do.
Definitely.
We should do a David Spade episode.
We should do a David Spade episode. We should talk about this when we bring a certain guest on, you know the name. Actually, I'll call him out, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Webster.
Oh, we'll just do Space Jam with Jack.
Yeah, we'll do Space Jam, Jack.
Jack, come on the podcast.
Jack, come on the podcast. You should be listening, or else I'm going to kick you. Oh, wait, no. Do you know how I know he's going to listen? Because I'm going to literally say something. Blues are going to lose this year at Gorbridge. Standard. There we go. Nathan just saying that.
There's a part of me that's just thinking of the line. I'm looking at the picture of Emerson Groove up on the screen and going, Cusco's poison. The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
Oh, the poison specifically designed to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison.
That's all.
Fantastic.
I can't look at that picture and not think of that line.
Oh my god.
This is
going to be significantly shorter than last week's episode.
this is one of the weirdest movies of all time, right?
Yes.
Because this is an animated kids film by Disney,
Yes.
set in ancient Mexico. Is it? I want to say, or somewhere in that area. And there's a diner scene.
Yeah.
They do the joke where 2 people are walking through a door in a diner ordering to, in a movie set in ancient times.
I'm going to Disneyland, and I'm going to Cuscotopia.
Yes.
I'm going to I'm going to there. They should build Cuscotopia.
And he kicks the guy out the window.
This is going to be significantly shorter than last week's episode.
I
This is less arguing.
But we've also spent a long time on Emperor's New Groove.
I'm not mad. I like Emperor's New Groove. And
Oh
plus,
god.
it's given the listeners a little bit of a break
A-
before we jump
from-
into number 3.
Oh, is this a sad one again?
No, but it's a turn from Emperor's New Groove.
Is it? I don't know where we're going.
Alright, so number 3 is
Oh.
The Green Mile.
So in Emperor's New Groove,
So Green Mile was directed by Frank Darabont, and it will not be the last Frank Darabont film you hear.
Walking Dead Season 1.
1999.
We're doing Walking Dead Season 1 next?
We're not talking about Walking Dead Season 1.
Oh.
We're not talking about Walking Dead. Let's be honest. So yeah, The Green Mile stars Tom Hanks and the late great Michael Clark Duncan. Fantastic actor. So it follows a prison officer who works on death row pretty much, and he meets Michael Clark Duncan's character, John Coffey, who is framed for murder. Hello, Google.
Framed is a British.
Google for some reason.
Explaining framed first.
Explaining frame, thank you, Google. So yeah, it follows the story of Tom Hanks' character. What is his name? Paul Edgecombe. That's it. Paul Edgecombe and oh god, it's another emotional one.
You think?
Yeah,
It's a bit, aye.
a little bit emotional. I can't really say much without spoiling it.
I don't have anything funny to say with this
No.
one, because I'm just like, oh man.
Michael Clark Duncan saves Tom Hanks from a pee problem. That seems solid.
That happens a lot in Tom Hanks movies.
Yeah, then ending. This is one of the Tom Hanks movies he doesn't survive a plane crash.
But he does pee.
Yeah, he does.
Let's go for like in
Always pees.
Apollo 11,
Oh,
Castaway.
is he Toy Story 2?
I don't think it can.
That's what I mentioned Toy Story 2 and maths.
Stop. No, we
So-
never make me talk about Toy Story 2 on the podcast.
Totally.
I would cry. I don't know what it is.
We'll do a video as well when we do video once. Just play Jesse's
I'll be
song.
sobbing over this cowgirl doll voiced by Joan Cusack.
Yeah, there's not much I can say about this movie. I
Not
really
really.
can't. If you've not seen it, yet again, if you've not seen it, go watch it. It's a fantastic movie.
Based on the Stephen King novel,
Yes. Which one? I don't know.
Green Mile.
The Green Mile. There you go. It's because the next one's not the same name.
Is it not? I always thought it was called.
It's not. It's not, I don't think. At least I don't think it is.
I don't know. I don't read.
Alright, which is weird because you have to.
I study English.
Yeah. Alright, so moving on to number 2.
Moving on, a completely different film.
Shawshank Redemption! Directed by Frank Darabont in 1994.
Based on the Stephen King
Based on the
novel.
Stephen King novel. Not the Shawshank Redemption. I don't think.
Not sure. Actually.
Does it say? Does it say what it's based
I don't think I'll say it there.
on? Oh god, why
Someone instead of reviewing the film just wrote the monologue down.
Yep. So it follows the life of Andy Dufresne.
One of the best named characters in cinema history.
Yes, framed for the double murder of his wife and her lover.
Right.
Framed. I'm not saying that. He was a banker as well. That comes into play in the movie.
That's
And also, he goes to prison for aforementioned murder and meets Red, played by Morgan Freeman. What age he was? I don't know.
because Morgan Freeman has been 80 years old since 1984
Yes.
or whenever he started making movies.
Yes. So, Red, teaches him ropes, and Red's that guy in prison that can get you anything, which Andy uses. So, do we go into this? Okay, so right, they're remaking Shawshank Redemption
Yes.
with female leads. Now, here's why it won't work. Here's why. So if we look back 19 70 something, 1980s. There was a film called Scum released, starring Ray Winston, fantastic actor, and not going to go into what you see in that movie because I'm not. This is a podcast for children to listen to as well. Yeah. Something happens in that movie to a guy, by 3 other guys. That was it. So yeah, and you actually see it.
Mm-hmm.
You actually see it happening. Then shoot like 10, 20 years forward, Shawshank Redemption, they twiddled around the idea of that happening.
Yeah.
They never said the words.
Shawshank's very subtle.
Very subtle.
I remember watching this as a kid and not picking up a lot of stuff.
Now, back in 1994, you could probably get away with saying it.
Well, it is the same year Pulp Fiction came out.
Yeah, exactly. So
and they get away with some stuff there.
You get away with saying they say the N word a lot.
Did.
Especially Tarantino.
Tarantino says it.
A lot. You fast forward 2020. No, you're not going to get away with that. And plus, I'm not being sexist. Female role. It's just not going to. I don't like the. This is what's annoying me about today's media, today's film.
Draw my pen again.
This is what's annoying me. They're taking roles that were done, we could say perfectly, and giving them to females. I'm sorry, write a proper role for a female.
Yeah.
Like, don't take Shawshank Redemption, Ghostbusters. What men want, what women want.
That was a weird, because that wasn't even good the first time.
I like women won't shut up. Don't then make it a Ghostbusters remake, and then a Shawshank Redemption remake, and then a friggin' what men want.
The thing with Shawshank especially is, like, well, Andy Dufresne is such a great written character, and from Perfectly by Tim Rums, but we've had female Andy Dufresne, because we did Orange is the New Black, which was written from a female perspective about a female prison.
And also attributed to Andrea Dufresne.
Yeah, but instead of doing that, maybe just write a movie where a woman's framed for murder.
Yeah.
I'd watch that. That sounds good.
Write a new part.
Write new movies, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's... And also the other part, I think the proposed people playing it is Gwyneth Paltrow and Leslie Jones. Now, in the original movie, Tim Robbins is younger than Morgan Freeman. Gwyneth Paltrow is older than Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
That's just not going to work.
I have nothing against either of those actors. No. I just don't get the choice.
No.
They've both been in things I like.
Leslie Jones?
Well, I'm thinking more her SNL
time.
Right. She was great. She was great on that show. And Gwyneth Paltrow is Margot Tenenbaum. And
Pepper Potts.
And Pepper Potts, yes. But I have a picture of Margot Tenenbaum on my wall, so it's an original Hazel Lane illustration. Not like that.
What?
It's an illustration of like her holding her cigarette because I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
You knew that.
Yeah, we all do that. So yeah, if you haven't seen Shawshank Redemption, watch it. Solid movie.
Yeah, and like one of the smartest films of all time, I think. Just the way it plants things and pays them off later, and such a satisfying ending. Probably the best Stephen. No, I was gonna say the best Stephen King adaptation, and then went, oh wait, The Shining's on my list. To be fair, that film is
adaptation.
That film is nothing like the Stephen King story, so
no.
I guess technically I can still give it to Shawshank. I love The Shining.
Yeah. So yeah.
Here we go.
Number 1. Oh, you're gonna argue, aren't you?
I was 4 maybe last time I saw this film.
Just shut up. Okay, so I have an emotional connection to this. So my number 1 pick of all time. If you know me, I'm a massive geek in one way. I absolutely love Power Rangers. And my number 1 movie of all time is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie from 1995, directed by Brian Spicer. Such a weird name, but yeah. So it follows, if you know about Power Rangers, the original 6, Tommy's white. Tommy's the white Power Ranger, and then Tommy's white. Yeah, yes.
It sounded like they changed his race.
Tommy's the white Power Ranger in this. Jason got replaced with Rocky, and Zach got replaced with. Is it Zach still? Is his name still Zach?
If you're confused, don't worry, so am I.
Johnny Young Gosh. Does he play? No, Adam. He plays Adam, and someone else. Oh, Louis Tang got replaced when she died.
I love that he's genuinely looking at me for help, and I don't know what I'm talking about.
By Karen Ashley, who plays Aisha. So, story follows. Boom. Monologue. Sick ass monologue. Follows the story like you find out that there's a morphological being called Ivan Ooze who 6,000 years beforehand tried to take over the world, and 6 incredible teens, as it's put, with the help of Zordon, put him into a hyperlock chamber and buried him deep underground, so he could never resurface. Ha ha! Guess what happens in the movie?
I'm gonna guess he resurfaces.
He does resurface because they're building houses. They're building houses on top of where he was buried and come upon. Just a really ominous, like, dream cover, if I'm being honest. Just like an evil ass face on it. Whoa!
I didn't know that was what.
Yeah, they're building houses.
That's so funny.
Yeah, they're building houses. And do you know what else? Do you know what else he did? So he had 2 robots, Scorpion and Hornitor. Guess where they buried them? Guess. Yeah, take the stupid answer.
After building houses, I'm like, this could go anywhere now.
Take the stupid answer.
Where
did they bury it? So he was buried in a place. Where did they bury his robots?
Is it in the same place?
Yeah, right next to him.
Of course it was.
Right next to him. They buried them right next to them. Not like other side of the world. No, right next to them. So like, yeah, don't have that. So essentially, Ivan goes on a rampage after a skydiving scene. Sung
Because it's 1985.
background music by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Because you know.
Because it's 1995.
1985.
Is this Point Break?
They're teenagers, so they're teenagers in this, but they're also professional skydivers. And they set a record for like the consecutive landing in a red circle to a bullseye years earlier. So Ivan is released. He attacks the command center, and the Rangers lose all their powers, which sucked.
So now they're just Rangers.
They were just kids.
Because they got no power.
Shut up. So they learn, and so when the command center gets destroyed, Zordon's life capsule type thing is broken. So he is actually out of time. He's like, oh God, like he's like at least 10,000 years old at the point of the movie. So that he starts aging like crazy. So they hear about this great power on the distant planet of Phaedos. Oh, major spoilers by the way if you didn't get that. You've not seen it, you're sad and you should watch it.
It only counts as a spoiler if you know these words.
Has to go to the distant planet of Phaedos. Now, do you know what I love? It has Lord Zed and Vita Repulsor in as like they're meant to be the major villains, and Ivan Ooze puts them into a snow globe. I love that bit. So they go to Phaedos, they meet Dulcia. They have to fight off the Tengu warriors, which are birds, giant like 6-foot birds. They can walk. Nathan's face, I wish I had a video right now. His face is amazing.
I'm just thinking, I was talking about James Dean by this point last episode, and you're talking about giant birds and goo warriors.
Do you want to know how much of a geek I am at Power Rangers? I'm literally spending a crap ton of money to get a thigh piece dedicated to this movie. A thigh tattoo dedicated to this movie. So they go and then they have to unlock the great power. So they have to go through the Neo something jungle. Yeah, to find a monolith, which holds the Ninjeti powers and the Ninjeti animals, so they get new Zords as well. Kind of new suits. not really, just new PowerPoints. Um, so yeah, then they go back to Los Angeles, I believe it is, to fight Ooze. And end up having a big ass Zord battle in the sky. Because Ivan Ooze can actually turn into liquid ooze and go into one of his machines. Ectomorphicons, that's what
So just bear in mind everything Ty just said is his reasoning why this is better than the Shawshank Redemption.
in my opinion. And also, what makes it good as well, last year, me, Nathan, Stephen, Josh, my dad, and Kyle? Yeah, Kyle went. Did Kyle went? Yeah, Kyle went.
No, I didn't go.
You didn't? Oh no, you were meant to go.
I was supposed to come, but I forgot. What was I doing?
You were doing uni stuff.
Yeah, I think
really,
I had an essay to write or something.
You had to do the uni stuff so you could go somewhere. Oh, so you could go out.
Oh yeah.
So I have to miss tonight. If I want to go out next weekend, I can't. So
Got my priorities straight.
I went to Edinburgh Comic Con and Jason David Frank was there. I actually met him. And I have a signed copy of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers DVD now. He signed my DVD case. Yeah, so I actually met my childhood hero. I said like
That's really cool, yeah.
stammering little. I had this whole like thing planned. Nathan will understand this mainly because he does it sometimes. Like, I had this whole right. You're my hero. You're my childhood hero. I've watched you since like you first appeared like in Green with Evil and Power Rangers. And then I got up there and went, I'm a massive fan. I look like an idiot. Oh my god. Walked away, my legs were all shaky. I'm like,
That sounds more like me trying to talk to a cute girl than a celebrity.
Were you like that with a certain someone? Because that saying something.
Sophie Turner at Edinburgh Comic Con a few years ago.
I meant someone else, but yeah. Sure.
I know what you mean, but I'm.
Yeah, you probably were. No, you weren't like that because of reasons. Yes.
So, thanks for.
Yeah, but yeah, those are my top 10s. Wildly, I was hitting like foul balls, home runs. I was hitting them all over the park. But yeah.
That is Ty's 10 favourite movies of all time.
Favorite movies of all time.
Favorite movies of all time, which started with some deep dramas and
Ended with.
Eventually.
A movie that's literally a year older than me. A year younger than me, sorry. It's 24 years old. 25 this year.
That's true, yeah.
Time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
This one took a weird turn. Once again, make sure you're following us on Instagram at What Now Pod, ran by our friend Stephen, who is at Stephen Gaynor on Instagram as well. Follow me at Nathan Needs Username and Ty pointed again and Ty at Ty Hennessy 94. Yeah, it's a pinky.
Oh wait, it's the surfer.
Yeah, I'm doing a shucks apparently for no reason. You can't see me. Yeah, if you check us out for the first time, this one probably didn't make a lot of sense to you, so go back and check out the previous two.
This is our first one. So yeah, see you guys next week.
Yeah, well, the peace, I guess. I shouldn't say peace, that's lame. Okay, right, the microphone is in a good place now, I think.
We hope.
My
back hurts.
And Ty's back hurts.
My back hurts. I'm old.
And we're going to be sitting here for a while.
We're going to be sitting here for at least an hour and a half, and then we're going to sit here again on Monday. Because, you know, we're a pop culture
They can't have just worked around my schedule with the Golden Globes. And I phoned Ricky to say, phoned Ricky to be like, brah,